Prices might still be below $50 an ounce, but there's still a bullish expectation for this critical metal. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Thompson Coin and Stamp here, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful critical metal right here, and that is silver. We're going to be reading an article from kitco.com, but before we do, the markets are back open. It is Sunday evening. We are currently setting at $4,007.60 for gold and $48.44 for silver. But let's go back to this article here on kitco.com. From precious to critical, silver's new status could reshape its global supply chains. Hope everybody is doing fine this evening. Kitco News says silver prices continue to consolidate below $50 an ounce. However, there are growing bullish expectations as the precious metal has been officially added to the U.S. Geological Survey's 2025 list of critical minerals. Although silver is a precious metal and recognized as an important monetary asset, more than 60% of its demand comes from industrial applications. Growing industrial demand is the primary factor behind silver's ongoing and significant supply deficit. Analysts note that this new recognition could further complicate the silver market and its already fragile global supply chain. Robust industrial demand has created substantial supply deficits in the silver market for the past 5 years, depleting above ground stockpiles to critically low levels. The silver market, look at that flipped right there, has also been fraught with volatility and uncertainty due to the president's global tariffs and trade war. New York vaults were flooded with silver at the start of the year as market participants and bullion banks built up stockpiles in case the metal was tariffed. As stockpiles in the U.S. have grown, the available supply of physical metal in London has steadily declined, with unprecedented demand coming from the Indian consumers. The dwindling supply in London vaults has caused silver lease rates to rise to record highs, above 34% last month. The market also saw unprecedented bandwagonation, that's a hard word, with spot prices rising faster than future prices. Although silver has not been tariffed because its precious metal status, much of the metal has remained in the U.S., as its growing importance as industrial metal has made it a critical commodity that could face new tariff threats. Get that flipped over the beautiful coin here. The USGS list will determine which commodities are included in President Trump's Section 232 program to process critical minerals and derivative products, announced in mid-April. The president has made domestic production of these critical metals a national priority, which could also lead to trade restrictions. Get that back over there. In an interview with Kitco News, Matthew Pickett, director of gold and silver at Metals Focus, said he expects the new designation to increase volatility in the silver market. Quote, "There's definitely going to be far more tightness in the silver market," he said. Pickett explained that the volatility in silver will only ease once the supply issues are resolved, a process he said will not be easy. Quote, "It'll only be rectified if we end up with surpluses in the silver market going forward. Certainly for this year, we're going to end up with another deficit. Looking into next year, we'll see the same because we won't have significant industrial weakness to reduce silver consumption," he said. "I think how this balance turns around is a surplus will depend more on the price itself being a victim of its own success." Pickett added that higher silver prices are expected to drive more thrifting trends in the solar power sector. Silver consumption in photovoltaic solar panels has been a key price driver in recent years. Do love a good maple leaf there. He noted that silver accounts for about 15% of solar panel costs, and as a result, manufacturers are trying to find ways to reduce that amount. Pickett said that every $10 rise in silver price puts more pressure on manufacturers to cut their silver usage. If price continues to climb, manufacturers could eventually phase out silver completely and switch to copper. However, the technology for this large-scale substitution remains relatively new and untested. Quote, "We could see silver prices for the next elevated silver price for the next 24 months, but it will all depend on the evolution of solar panel technology. Silver is one of 10 new metals added to the updated critical minerals list, alongside copper, metallurgical coal, potash, rhenium, silicon, and lead. Well, let me know what you think. If you think we're going to have a bullish outlook on silver, we're going to be charging ahead there like this beautiful buffalo, or if we're going to, be retreating and be like a bear. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're here every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for a weekly coin, roll, hunt, and chat. Check that out there. Until next time, Thompson Coin and Stamp is out.